This is over test 1-2 review. So in here, what do you need to know to be successful for your upcoming test? You need to know how to classify numbers. So in here, notice how the inner circle is about whole numbers. Then the next circle is about integers, and the next one is about rational numbers. So place each number in the appropriate section of the diagram for question 1. So this is what I always do. I always start with the inner one. So it's whole number. So I just go through it and find all the whole numbers. 0 is a whole number. Whole numbers are positive, like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then you're going to say, but why is this fraction here? How do you say this as a division problem? 8 divided by 4 equals 2. So this is really equal to 2. So now we're done with the whole numbers. Next is we need to look at the integers. What integers are left? Negative 13. So what are rational numbers? Rational numbers are any numbers that can be turned into a fraction or decimal, like 2 and 6/10 and negative 2/5. Be very careful. I always have students that, but this is negative, so it's integer. But look closely, this is a fraction. So number 7, define integer. Let's examples. So the integers can be 0, positives, negatives. Notice there are no fractions in decimals. Number 8, Mono plays a flute. She plans to practice 3/2 or 3 divided by 2 as many days as last year, which does not represent the change in Mono's practice time. How do you say this as a division problem? 3 divided by 2. So we have this one. Which number goes inside? The 3, this one. And what is 3 divided into 2 groups? If I divide 3 divided by 2 groups, it's 1.5 or 1 5/10. So which one can it not belong? C. C does not belong to this group. Number 9, 10, 11. Use the 5 values plotted on the number line below to answer questions 9, 11. So before I do it, I'm going to label each one. This is 0. This is negative 1. This is in the middle of 1 and 2, so 1 and 5/10 or 1.5. This is in the center, so it's 4.5 or 4 5/10. Go back, negative 1, negative 2, negative 2 and 5/10 or negative 2.5. Name the 2 plotted integers from the number line. Well, we know integers cannot be decimals. Oh, so 0, negative 1. Which integer is greater? 0 is greater because it's closer to the positive side. Remember, a number line goes from least to greatest. What is the opposite of the least value? What's the opposite of negative 1? Positive 1. Number 12. Michael is standing at sea level 0 feet. He created the following table. So here are the location and here are the elevation. Put it from lowest to highest. When let's talk about lowest, are we talking about least or greatest? Lowest means least. So notice how I made a vertical number line to help me out. So I plot 0 right here. 0 is always in the center. So these are below, these are above. Notice how negative 187 is the farthest from the positive side. Then we have negative 125. Then we have 2, 53, 862. So least to greatest or lowest to highest. Number 13, how do you know that this fraction is equal to 2 and 8500? How do you say this is a division problem? 57 divided by 20. So we know 57 goes inside division bar. If you divide it, you'll get 2 and 8500. 20 goes in 57 2 times. Subtract that, we have 17 as a remainder, bring down to 0. How many 20s go into 170? 8 times. So 20 times 8 is 160. Subtract it. We have 10. Bring down the 0. How many 20s fit into 100? 5 times. Subtract it. We're done. And that's why it is. And number 14 and 15 is your own choice. Do you know what decimal is 1/4 or 1 divided by 4? Think of quarters. That's how I do it. It goes in 2 times. 10 minus 8 is 2. Annex is 0. 4 goes in 20. 5 times. So it's 25. So think of a decimal or fraction that's less than 2,500. 1/8, 0, 125,000. 1/10, 0 and 10 hundredths. And there's many to choose from. Thank you.